Every now and then we do things that aren't an actual skill, but they're very important for you as a career. I want you to imagine that right now in front of you is sitting the successful version of you as an actor. The successful version of you. And when you're ready, I want you to touch them. Right now, they're frozen in time. But I want you to touch their hands, touch their shoulders, touch their hair. Find out what clothes they're wearing. You are meeting the successful version of yourself. Don't think, touch. What does that look like? What does the successful version of yourself look like? If they were sitting in front of you right now. Once again, it has nothing to do with acting skill, but it's important that you understand this so you know where you're headed as an actor. If you were to meet the successful version of yourself, I want you to touch them, touch their face, touch their clothes, touch their hands, touch their shoulders. And I will put the music in the middle to give you guys a sense of privacy. And in the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they're active. The successful version of you as an actor is sitting across from you. You can say hi to them. And I want you to look at what you look like. Because you are not that person yet. You're not there yet. But that's where you're aiming. I want you to look at their clothes. I want you to hold their hand. I want you to touch the fabric of what they're wearing. Their hair. Get to know what you look like when you're successful. And the other thing I want you to do is to start asking them questions. How long did it take you to get there? I want you to look at what's possible. I want you to see what you can become. Because if you don't know what success looks like, it's just like general. But now you are seeing what you look like as a successful actor. And I also want you to hear them tell you their schedule. By the way, they just took their keys out and put them on the counter. I want you to hear what their schedule looks like. What does a successful version of you look like as an actor? Touch them, create them. It's very, very important that you do this. Once again, what you're doing now as an actor is you're putting a light at the end of the tunnel. You're putting a mark so you know where you're heading. This is what success looks like. Don't think about it. Actually touch them, say hi. You can hug them. And as you're doing all this, I want you to see the difference between you and them. You're different. It's a version of you. And when you're ready, I want you, as you're sitting there right now, which side of your family has the ingredients for you to succeed as an actor? Pick one side. I'm not saying they're the only side, but they are the key side. Mom or dad's side. Grandma or grandpa's side. So I want you to pick what ingredients, what qualities from your side of the family you need to become an actor, a successful actor. And what I want you to imagine, and it's important that you do this. A lot of people, especially here in Melbourne, think this is egotistical or it's full of shit. And I go, they haven't seen successful people. They do this shit all day long. Because you're alone in this journey and you need to learn how to support yourself. You need to learn how to believe in yourself. So if you learn how to believe in yourself, if you learn how to support yourself, because as an actor, you're alone, you're not in a band. When things get tough, you'll get through them. It's not ego, it's not tall poppy syndrome and any of that crap. It's a part of being a successful actor. And now what I want you to do, if you have these people that which side of the family comes from, I want you to imagine that that person right now picked up a ring. And this person took this ring, which belonged to your great, 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 great grandmother or grandfather. Because right now, before they give you this ring, I want you, and you don't have to say anything, I want you to imagine that I want you to tell them why you're struggling. I want you, you don't have to say actual words. If you're home alone, yes, you can say words, but now I just want you to mumble, or even if you make a sound, even if you go, ah. And with that, ah, they know why you're not succeeding today. Even if you start to narrow it down, find one thing. I want you to make an agreement with this version of yourself. The successful version of yourself. I want you to agree with them today that you are going to stop doing one thing and start doing another thing. What habit are you going to stop today, and what new habit are you going to start doing for you to be successful as an actor? They know. They're telling you, I did this change. That's why I'm here. And they're going to do one thing right now. They're going to take a ring that belonged to your great, 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 great grandmother or grandfather. And they're going to give it to you. And they're going to say to you, if you doubt yourself, I want you to remember who you are and where you came from. Because the truth is, you're all here. You've all survived. Your great-great-grandparents went through wars, famine, poverty, deaths, illnesses. But they survived because you're here. And this successful version of yourself gives you this ring to remind you not only what you've been through, but to remind you that you have a responsibility to everyone that's come before you, everyone that sacrificed their life, everyone that pinched their pennies. For you to get here, you now have a responsibility to succeed in your chosen path. It's not a choice. It's not a choice to fail. And you have to think like that to succeed in this industry. It's not ego. You need to think like that. Right now, the Olympics are on. Imagine a person on the swimming pool going, I'm not going to win this. They're not going to get there. They believe in themselves. And that's what you need to do as an actor to succeed. You need to start to believe in yourself. So this ring that belonged to your ancestors, for many, many generations, I want you to imagine that the successful version of you gave it to you and said, anytime you doubt yourself, think of your ancestors, think of what they've been through, and kick ass. I want you to see what you look like when you're successful. That's the aim. Not financially successful. If you want to be financially successful, go rob a bank or do whatever you like. As an actor, this is their day job. What do they look like? And today, you're going to make an agreement with this person. You're going to pick 3 things that you're going to stop doing today, and 3 things that you're going to start doing so that you get closer to the successful version of yourself. And they're going to write this down, and you're going to sign this contract with them. Three things. Find 3 things you're going to stop doing today and change them with 3 things that you're going to start doing to be successful. And the successful version of you is going to write these down, and you're going to make a contract with them. Make that agreement with yourself. Make that agreement so that you start to go forward. And you got to put a timeline on this. You're going to say, I'm going to start doing this every day. I'm going to do something for my acting. Something. Because talking about it, dreaming about it, being inspired all day long means absolute shit if you're not working. You can be inspired all day long. I can be inspired, but if I'm not doing the work, I'll get nowhere. And I want you to think like this. Right now, the Olympics are on. Every athlete has been training for this moment. We as actors don't have the Olympics. We have to be ready every single day because our Olympics might be tomorrow. And if you fuck that up, you won't get there. So many actors in this town walk around like they're gonna make it, like it's guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. You have to work hard. You have to go get it. And you have to admit that one day the rate, the energy that I'm putting into my career today will not get me there. There has to be a moment in time when you realize, hey, yes, I'm inspired, but I'm not going to fucking get there. So what people do is they start to settle. They start to make excuses. Yeah, I'm okay if I do a little fucking theater somewhere. No, don't be fucking okay with it. We are here to get the role, period. There's nothing wrong with that. And I tell people, if not you, then who? You have to work harder than everyone else. You have to understand your skill factor as an actor. Every athlete at the Olympics has skill. They didn't just get there because they wanted to. Every athlete in the Olympics knows every single other person's strengths and weaknesses. So I want you to make this agreement with this actor in front of you, the successful version of you. I'll give you a couple of minutes to make an agreement with the successful version of yourself and say, I'm going to make this agreement. I want to get to where you are. Now that I've seen your world, now that I've seen what I'm capable of doing. Make that agreement with them. You've got about a minute. And they give you the ring with the contract. So imagine in the next 30 seconds, you're going to get this contract and you're going to get the ring to remind yourself of what you're capable of as an actor. You can hug them. You can do whatever you like because they're busy. They've got a schedule. They're going to go on a film set. They're going to film something. And by the way, they're going to ask you, if you had a chance, what kind of film would you be in? Right now, if someone came and said, I'll put you in a film. I mean, if you don't know where you're heading, how the hell are you going to get there? If someone said to you, be in a film, what would you like to be in? You need to know. You got 30 seconds before you finish this agreement. Take that ring, take that agreement from the better, successful version of yourself and realize that you're not them yet. That person got to the top of the mountain, you haven't. That person succeeded, they've done the work. You're not there yet, but you will get there. Promise them you will get there. They just said to you, I will wait here till you get here. I will wait here till you get your shit together and you get to where I am. And you don't want them to wait forever. Give them a hug, say goodbye to them. Now, when you're ready, I want you now to turn the chairs around. Take the chair you're sitting on, turn it around. Turn around, very, very good. Take the other chair, put it in front of you. Take the other chair. So now, in theory, your back is to the person you were looking at. Right now, close your eyes. I want you now to imagine what your life will look like if you don't get this acting thing right. What will your life look like if you don't do this acting thing? And every time I do this, a lot of actors make excuses. Well, I'll be okay. I'll still do some regional theater. No, zero acting. What will your life look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if you don't do this acting thing at the level you want? I want you to meet that version of yourself. Touch them. Say hello to them. Hold their hand. Hold their face. And as you're doing all this, I want you to hear them tell you why they didn't become successful. And we've heard all this shit. Well, I gave it my best shot. Well, it's who you know. Well, I didn't go to LA. Well, I'm not short enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not skinny enough. I'm not pretty enough. And I want you to hear this bullshit come out of their mouth and tell them to stop it. I just want you to tell them to stop it. Just say, listen, we made an agreement. You're going to succeed in your chosen field because all our ancestors fought through wars and battles and all that shit. You cannot let yourself down. Failure is not a choice when it comes to acting. It's not ego, let other people fail. You just have to be more disciplined than everyone else. It's called work. And I've seen a lot of successful people. I can name drop all day long. Every single one of them does this shit. So when you're ready, I want you now to tell this version of yourself, the version of yourself that gave up, the version of yourself that did not believe in them, the version of yourself that made excuses about why they didn't succeed as actors. Do this at home. And I want you to literally grab them by the throat and shake the shit out of them and say, don't you ever do this shit again. This is not where we want to end up in. You are fighting for your career. You don't want this. You do not want to end up like this. Once again, everyone thinks they'll succeed in acting. They will not. 98% of people don't. Because they give up. Because all they do is dream and talk about acting. They don't do the work that's required. I've seen the work that's required. And right now, we're going to do this for about 10 more minutes, maybe 5. I want you to read 3 things from the contract that you made with yourself. I want you to read 3 things to them with the contract that you made to change your course and succeed. I want you to show them the ring from your ancestors and remind them of what you are capable of. And I want you to tell them that you are worthy of success and you need to get off your ass and do the work. You are not entitled to become successful. You have to fight for it. You're going to go get it. Everyone walks around as an actor thinking they're entitled to it. The world owes you shit. So to climb that mountain, you've got to fight really, really hard and consistently. And right now we're going to play one song and I want you to get up, I want you to shake them, and I want you to change their path. Right now, get up. Why do you think songs like this were written? Get up. And you make sure you don't end up there. I want you to be successful in your career because it costs too much. And you'll regret it all your life. Every single fucking moment you'll regret. Go for it. Shake them up. Put some energy behind it. Come on. Get them up. Tell them to stop making excuses. Tell them to stop making excuses.
One opportunity.
One opportunity.
Seize everything you ever
One
want.
chance.
One moment.
Tell yourself not to fuck it up, not to lose a chance. Shake them. You need to succeed. You get one chance with this. Make it happen. Don't quit. Don't quit till you cross the finish line. You need to succeed. Stop giving yourself excuses. Come on. Go for it. Go for it. Come on. Fight for it. Fight for it. Come on. There we go. One chance. One opportunity. You need to think like that. Because if you don't think like that, you will not get there. I know that for a fact. It's work. It's hard work. Go for it. Tell them, tell them, tell them. You get one chance, one opportunity. Convince yourself that you can succeed in this industry. Otherwise, it's a freaking pipe dream. One shot. That's it. There we go. Make it happen. What's the one thing you're going to change today about you as an actor? What is the one thing you're going to change today about yourself as an actor to succeed? Pick one thing, just one, that you will change today about yourself. Acting is doing by definition. Acting. It's active. It's not thinking about acting. It's not dreaming about acting. It's not reading about acting. It's active. You've got to do it. One shot. You get one shot to make this happen. Convince yourself that you can get there. Convince yourself that you can succeed. You've got about a minute. For those of you at home, you need to do this consistently, right? Otherwise, it's just a pipe dream. People talk about acting, people tell me how they're inspired, and I go, what are you doing every single day for your acting? And if you're doing nothing, you're gonna end up going nowhere. I know that for a fact. This is hard work, and you need to be consistent, and you need to get to the finish line. There are skills. The first thing you need to master is your acting skill. I'm not here to sell you classes. I've seen amazing, successful people, and they all have one thing, skill, okay? You need to master your skill, and you need to get out there and get work. It's a hustle, but consistency gets you there. That's what it's about. Because you're alone, and you need to learn how to support yourself, how to inspire yourself. Otherwise, it's just talk. Come on, convince them. Now, pause. Pause. I want you now to look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror today. Turn anywhere and imagine there's a mirror there. And now talk to yourself today. Today, today, today. You've got about a minute. 1 minute to convince yourself that you can do this. Now remember, we're not dreamers here, we are doers. Doers. Everyone can talk about acting, everyone can tell you all the acting bullshit in the world, every theory in the world. It's the doers that get there. Grab a chair. I will talk really quickly. Folks, when we do this, it's not ego. I've been in amazing people's houses. I can name drop all day long. Every one of these people does this all day long. You're not in a band with 4 other people. You're alone. Yes, you'll have an agent and a manager and all this stuff. Yes, you'll be in a film. But at the end of the day, it's you alone. So you've got to learn to pump yourself up. You've got to learn to believe in yourself. You've got to learn to push yourself. That's not ego. That's needed. All these people at the Olympics right now are competing with some of the world's best. I mean, you've seen the score. It's like a split-second difference. Why do people think acting is any different? Like you're going to walk in, they're going to give you an audition. There's another motherfucker wanting that role just as badly, if not more than you. And all the people around you, the agents, the assistants, which you'll have to get eventually if you are that successful, because you have one thing to worry about, acting skill. At the end of the day, you're the one in front of the camera. This is what feeds everything else. If you fuck this up, there's no need for everything else. And that comes down to skill. And as we said last week, Al Pacino fucking did what play 85 times. Most people haven't done a fucking monologue 85 times. How do you expect the same result as those people? It's moronic. It's got nothing to do with the industry. You can have that bitch fight all day long. Nothing to do with your agent. Nothing to do with LA. I tell people Elvis wasn't born in LA. It's got to do with consistency. And you need to do this shit every day, not when you feel like it. Because see, as an athlete, they know they got the Olympics coming up in 4 years. And guess what they do? They don't go, I'm going to take 3.5 years off. They train every day. Your Olympics could be tomorrow. Your big audition could come tomorrow. And if you don't get it because you don't have enough skill, they're going to remember you, he's okay. And they won't bring you back. And you need to believe in yourself. You need to remind yourself why you're here. It's not a pipe dream. This is possible. I have seen amazing people succeed. I've also seen people that are already successful. The famous people, we'll call them. You don't think they do this shit all day long, every day? Because they face so much rejection and so much pressure. All of them, all of them, all of them. Billy Crystal, who used to host the Academy Awards one day, he said, I lose close to 40 fucking pounds when I do the Academy Awards because of the anxiety and the stress, because every motherfucker's watching him. And we're saying do a monologue in front of class with 20 people. You know what I'm saying? This is a lot of work. And you are the only one, and I believe this wholeheartedly, that can make this happen. The only one. At the same time, you're the only one that can stop it. And trust me, you don't want to stop it. You have to put some fire under you to remind yourself what failure looks like. Because if you don't, you'll meet it. And you also have to remind yourself what success looks like. And go, that's where I'm headed. What you've done now is you've put the light at the end of the tunnel, go, I'm headed there. And the way to get there is called work. You're not going to sit there going, yeah, I'm headed the tunnel. I'll just sit here for a couple of years. You're going to work. You're going to get there. Physically move. You got me? And there's not one reason why any single one of you can't get there. Let's be honest, your competition isn't that bad here in Melbourne. I say that, but I mean it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, especially in this town, talk acting and have concepts of acting and are dreamers. And I don't give a shit about your opinions about acting. I'm not here to read a book about it. I want to see, what are you capable of? At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. Stop talking, stop arguing. Show me what you can do. Because that's all they give a shit about. And that's called work. And one way to find out where you're at is to get out and go, I'm not going to talk now. I'm going to find out where I'm at. I'm going to get in the pool and find out how fast I can swim. And then you go, no, I've got some work to do. And you got to do the work. And I've said this many times. I'll give you 2 examples and I promise I'll stop talking. This is how long it takes. Pick any actor you like. I want you all to go home, pick an actor at your age, and find out what films they've done. And I'm going to say, great, they've done 20 films. I want you to go memorize those 20 films. You're going to go, fuck, it's going to take forever. I know. They're your age, and they memorized the films, and they got the job. All I'm asking you to do is memorize the fucking lines, not even perform. You're going to go, shit, I need to structure my time. I know. I need to do the work. And a month will go past, a year will go past. You're going to go, I haven't learned them. Well, what do you think success looks like? They have to learn lines. And they got to do something with those things, not just talk and say the lines. That's why most actors fail, because they got ideas and they talk and they say, I'm an actor. I'm going, no, cut it. Show me your shit. That's why we're here. And one other way to do it is to make your own shorts so you can show them how good you are. You get on this stage and you show a scene and you do your craft at home. You practice at home. And as I've said before, and I promise I'll stop talking, if you do not have a place to practice at home, you're going to go nowhere. You know why? Because you're going to get an audition tomorrow and go, shit, I can't audition in front of the kids and the wife. Where am I going to do this? I go, well, if you had a space, you know where to go. It tells yourself that you're not working. You haven't even carved a space to work. And you're gonna go, well, when am I gonna do it? When I feel like it? Imagine being a swimmer in the Olympics going, I'll swim when I feel like it. Well, it's cold right now. I'll wait till July or fucking January. They're not gonna get there. You have to understand there comes a point in time where you realize, I'm not going to get there. And I'm saying it's not too late. But you have to start today, not tomorrow, not after this weekend because you're going to go to the party, and the next week it's someone's birthday, and then next week the kids, and the next week I go to my day job. I'm going, I know that. There's not one person that doesn't have all that shit. What they haven't done is made acting a priority enough. And that's all I'm saying. You just have to be better, more disciplined than everyone else. And then you stand a chance of getting somewhere. That's why we're here. We're not here to be acting students. We're here to become actors. So you need a place at home, you need a schedule, and you need consistency for the rest of your life. Then you can call yourself an actor. And you would have felt it. You're going to start getting closer and closer to what success looks like for you. And I'm telling you, it's worth getting there. I've seen these people. You got me? So you make sure you do that going forward. It's a commitment to yourself because you're the only one that's going to learn how to inspire yourself. Do this as often as you need to. That's why do you think they write songs like that? You think Eminem just came up with the lyrics? He's lived it. Every single successful person has that same message because they've lived it. They know it. We hear it and we think we're either egotistical when we say it. You go, no, it's needed. It's a key ingredient for success. You got me? That's why we're here. So now we're going to do character work. Move your chairs around. I'll explain it all to you.
Where are we looking at?
Wherever you like. Wherever you like. And then close your eyes. Talk again. Ciao.